Kevin from NorthStarBadCharts.com again, and this time we're taking a look at copper and how we used our forecasting techniques over at NorthStarBadCharts.com that we're using at the moment some time ago to call the breakout in copper. This time it was a bullish symmetrical triangle or wedge, which was also coincidental with a very clear, geometrically perfect bullish arc formation. Breakout on the wedge was the indication that the arc was going to continue building out, and this right side touch point was in place. Price at just a little bit over $2.50 at the time, and this was where we started issuing the forecast that the target was up around $4.50, or maybe a little bit more if price just overshot and just hit the previous high here, which was marked by the wick on this candle over here. So that was the target. The timeline was given here as sort of variable depending on where the arc ended up being and whether the price went right the way to the edge of the apex or not. As soon as the breakout occurred, then we could fix the timeline for the forecast. That's exactly what we did, and as the pattern broke out fairly quickly afterwards, it became very clear that the arc was in place and the bullish forecast was going to play out. There's no way of knowing just how quickly price is going to shoot up to the top of the arc. Sometimes it does it, kind of goes straight up in one go, and sometimes it takes a little time. But the main point to note is that the edge of the arc acts as support all the way up. So you know the minimum point that price is going to come down to at any point in time, assuming that arc remains valid. The more touch points you get as you move along the side of the arc, the more certain that you are. And you always have to keep the left side touch points in place. But that's all the technical analysis side of it. But the point is, price hit the arc, took off, and went straight the way up to the top and hit the target price at $4.88. And as we all know, we're now building out what appears to be a bullish consolidation pullback to this support zone here. The edge of the arc is always a possible low point for any large pullbacks. But we could, of course, just break out of the bullish pattern that's forming at the moment and move to the upside. That depends very much on the market. But the point here is that the arc forecast the target price, and the target price was hit actually quite well ahead of time. And that was another forecast that delivered gains for copper of over 80% during that relatively short time period. You can go to NorthStarBadCharts.com for many more of these arcs in progress, and a lot of stocks and shares that are at their early stages of development during the arc building process. And of course, that's where you want to be if you want to make big gains. So that's it from me for now. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and more to come.